So my name is Matt Morgan. I'm chair of the Maryland Freedom Caucus. The Maryland Freedom Caucus is joining me to outline some of our energy proposals. Democrats just dropped their main idea to lower your energy bill, HB 1. And this can be best described as just a Marxist-light policy. They want you to focus on CEO pay instead of looking at your actual electric bill. They want you to focus on really what CEO bonuses are instead of how much in their electric bill they're actually charging. So with that, one of our members, Ryan Naraki, is going to step you through some of our ideas.
So we had this bill in my committee, the Environment and Transportation Committee. I'm on the Energy Subcommittee last week. And it sounds great. It sounds great to go after CEOs because they're the big bad guys. But what does this bill really do? Well, what it does is it potentially saves ratepayers less than $1 per month, right? We're talking about maybe $12 per year. That is a joke. That is a joke. That's not serious. I said it in committee last week. I'll say it again. This is not serious legislation. We should be doing serious things to impact ratepayers, impact affordability. We should be looking at generation and things like that. But while our colleagues are talking about on the floor how they're looking to protect everyone, inside of this own bill, amendments that I got included in this bill protected people's dental and vision care and tuition reimbursements. So for the party that is looking out for the little guy, for the party that's looking out for the working man, they didn't even care to protect people's dental and vision care inside of this bill that work for public utilities. That's ridiculous. That's not fair. That's not what we are about as a Freedom Caucus. We're looking out for everybody. We're looking out for the ratepayer to truly save energy on everybody's bills. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to our colleague, our resident energy expert, Delegate Brian Chisholm.
Thank you, Ryan. We're here for one reason only. To answer the question that every single Marylander and every single business owner in the state of Maryland has been asking us. What are you going to do to lower our power bills? And we have real solutions. Look, the other side, they continue to just point fingers and blame. It's PJM's fault. It's BGE's fault. It's the straw man's fault. It's the little girl and that dog's fault. None of this stuff makes sense. They're not serious about this problem. So we have solutions, serious solutions. They're not radical. The world's not going to end tomorrow. They're just common sense solutions. Number one, I have a bill tomorrow that I'm presenting in ENT. It's the Climate Solution Affordability Act. All it does is repeal or pull back with common sense wording some of the Climate Solutions Now Act bill that has been the most destructive bill that this House has ever passed when it comes to energy production in this state. That's $1.4 billion that's already been put on every single ratepayer's back thus far. Number two, we are going to ask to exit the Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative. All this is a hidden tax on every single ratepayer's bill. Smart states have done this. There are still some states that are in it. We just happen to be one of those victims or fools that stays in this grift. You can see statistically that states that are in RGGI pay much higher fees on their power bill than states that are not. We're going to try to push to get out of RGGI. Number three, we are going to try to bring back choice. Look, a third grader will tell you the more choice you have, the lower the cost is going to be. We were told 2 years ago we're going to get rid of only the bad actors and get rid of choice in the state of Maryland. Well, we created a monopoly. If you don't like BG&E, thank Brian Crosby in SB 1. That's what they did. They created a monopoly. Lastly, we are going to repeal Empower, everybody's favorite. Look, this is just a $50 bill that is only showing up on everybody's everybody's bill. It is just another ideological move to push everybody to green that we are all paying for, and now they just want to eliminate natural gas. It started with good intentions. It has become nothing more than another slush fund for them to play with on the backs of the Maryland ratepayer. With those four things, we've figured at very minimum a 25 to 30% decrease in every single Marylander's bill, and that's what our goal is, and that's what we're going to push for. No, the bills that I just covered, let's just go through every one of them. Empower Maryland fee, on average is $33 per month that every single resident is paying for. When you get into businesses, and I know Kathy had a grocery store bill, it was in the thousands of dollars every year that they're paying into Empower. If we pat the repeal for Empower, that is gone immediately. Not in 2 years, not in 3 years, all the stuff that they like to promise. It's an immediate discount. The Climate Solutions Now Act bill, we figured is about $50 per month, and we use that based on figures that have been given to us by DLS, DGS, and everybody else that looks at these things. The Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative is kind of tougher to tell, but it's $10 to $25 per month. And the closure of the last 4 power plants cost every ratepayer $26 a month. We are fighting to keep these power plants open because every time one closes down in the state of Maryland, due to this green goddess ideology, every ratepayer in the state pays. So we're going to try to do that. That's where we got the numbers from. That's a large savings for every single Marylander. We're looking at $1,500, $2,000 for every single Marylander that we can have enacted right now.
Yep. So we are now ready for questions. Does anyone have any questions?
I would like to point out to all of you that this is a bill, an average bill. This month, $544, is the average BGE bill. Through all of these, our bills, all the extra costs, the extra Annapolis charges, it's an extra $155 a month. So Annapolis is busy with House Bill 1 saving maybe $1 a month by cutting BGE salaries and ability to go to a skybox and other things. But we're talking about real savings for you. And finally, we've been contacted by some local grocery stores. While this bill is expensive for someone who lives in a home, this local grocery store is paying $39,652. Let me repeat that. Small local grocery store, $39,652 for 1 month. So we need to address affordability in your home and in your grocery stores and in our schools and everywhere we go. With that, we urge you to join us in this fight to make Maryland more affordable and bring down your utility bills.
Very good.
Very good.
Are rising everywhere, not just in Maryland. So wide-link state policy.
I think the first thing you can talk about is in Maryland. I mean, we've done a lot of things other states have done, but there are some things we've done here that other states have not done, like destroy the energy market entirely. There is absolutely no competition in the energy market because, HB1, that bill sponsor, Delegate Crosby, he blew up the entire energy market. They called it regulation, they called it consumer protection. They ended up with 0% competition. They eliminated every single competitor, and he's the reason why BGE has a complete monopoly. As we know, without competition, prices are going to skyrocket. So there are a lot of things that are driving up prices, energy prices in our state. There are a lot of things that are driving up BGE bills in our state. But I think the incompetence and the cronyism we see with the elimination of all competition from the energy market is a big reason why.
Can I jump in? So I will add that that is not true. I know that the Democrats want to live in a world of unicorns and whatever, but that is simply not true. We can point to our neighbor to the north. The energy prices in Pennsylvania are going down. The only reason that prices may go up in Pennsylvania is because of bad energy policies here in Maryland. That's why they're having a conversation about getting out of PJM. That's why they just pulled out of Reggie, because Reggie was hurting their ratepayers, because Reggie was stopping them from creating new generation. And it's not just Pennsylvania. You can look at places like Texas. Their energy prices are going down. So no matter what they want to say, however they want to gaslight on these issues, it's not true.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.